Fed Up Warrior here. This is going to be a longer version of what I did yesterday morning involving the ordeal that occurred in New York City. Apparently the ordeal of New York City expanded into other parts of the country. Basically, the FCC is investigating a rash of widespread outages involving 911 service. Now, I'm going to have you understand, I'm going to approach this from two different ways. From a factual point of view, and the other half is going to be through a conspiracy theory. Because new things have surfaced involving these 911 outages and these transformers exploding with the blue light. Some things have come to light in the last 24 hours that is going to begin to question a lot of things that you understand. But let's focus at one at a time. We're going to focus on CenturyLink first. It is important you understand who they are and why this could have happened the way it did. Now, with the effort I made through research, I found out that CenturyLink is a publicly traded company. According to NASDAQ.com, this is the top 5 list of companies and corporations that own shares with CenturyLink. Now, notice the same two keep popping up like in the others. Vanguard, which was, believe it or not, the number 2, and Temasek Holdings, which is even above Vanguard and BlackRock. Yes, folks, I'm not making things up. Number 3 shareholders, BlackRock. Both of these two alone are both deep state companies, and they may have a hand in CenturyLink. Now, what is CenturyLink, you ask? According to Anonymous X, imagine, if you will, a cellular phone version of InQtel. CenturyLink is the cellular version of InQtel. They control the functions of the cellular phone world, with key having monitoring companies like Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, the big boys. Now, even they said there was a freaking issue in the last 24 hours with the 911 outages. See, even they were aware of the 911 outages disruptions in various areas of the country. Now I'm going to take a look at something. Nobody knew what CenturyLink was. Now look at this. This is another discovery. In 2019, avoid the cost of downtime with Microsoft's Azure and CenturyLink's disaster recovery solutions. It's almost as if they're charging you to not have guaranteed no interruptions at all, especially when a disaster hits. This is exactly what the tweet says. This was put up on the 26th at 8:03 in the morning. I want you to keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, because at 8:03 in the morning, this was put up. Almost as if they were counting, keywords, counting on a disaster-related incident to occur, i.e., these transformers going down, and all of a sudden, several different parts of the country just went off the grid and no 911 outage. It's crazy, folks. It's almost as if they were counting on it for an opportunity. It's bad enough if it's a disaster, but if the disaster equals an opportunity for somebody like these guys to avoid the cost of downtime with Microsoft's Azure and CenturyLink's disaster recovery solutions, it's almost as if they are promoting something, and this, to a degree, may have been planned. I'm going to end this part on this. Apparently, the Federal Communications Commission is investigating the outage. The FCC needs to look in this possible new package that freaking CenturyLink is all of a sudden pushing on people. I'm going to tell you right now, that is some fraudulent shit. Because if you're sitting there selling some sort of package, oh, we can guarantee you don't have any sort of down outages with this, you can kiss my ass. You planned this shit. But you think I'm crazy now? The second half of this video is about to get crazier, unless believe. You believe? Then you understand. You don't believe? Then you're going to think I'm crazy. But I want you to keep an open mind. And most importantly, you can agree to disagree. Then we can walk away with the same understanding. So hang on. Now, sometimes this is a go-to site that I like to go to if I'm going to be outside of the box. This is above top secret. They talk about the transformers. And this is what they say. Keep in mind, folks, transformers are known to explode, although not so often. This thing is not a transformer, or are the 20 transformers exploding at once? And why didn't it happen on this day? There wouldn't be any aura. It was meant to be seen and to make the headlines. Super weapon or aliens? Aliens may sound weird, but in a weird word, one could expect weird things to happen. Now this is compliments of the Olympian. The latest. Alien mask in tow. Cuomo calls flash dramatic. Here's an image of that blue sky when all that went down. I want you to pay attention to this. New York, the latest on the electrical flash that caused a flash of blue light in the sky over the New York, all times local, 5 p.m. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo brought a space alien mask to a news conference about a utility equipment failure that caused a flash of blue light in the sky over New York City. The governor said Friday that caused power outages and grounded some flights through LaGuardia. As I mentioned in my last video, it grounded flights through LaGuardia until the next day. Was an electrical malfunction. New Yorkers posted eerie photos and otherworldly flash of light on social media and joked about an alien invasion. Even the New York Police Department tweeted there was no evidence of extraterrestrial activity. Cuomo said Friday that the electrical failure in Queens was more dramatic than destructive, but he said he would ask the State Public Service Commission to work together with the utility Con Edison and identify the cause and help ensure that it doesn't happen again. Now hold on a second, I'm going to show you some pictures of what I saw last night. Despite the blue light, which was a little strange, they're on their toes insisting that there is no sign of extraterrestrial activity. Now here's another image of that blue light, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at that. Now as far as I'm concerned, this was an act of one of three things. I told you earlier in this video, it was either an agenda by SecurityLink to put out a package to guarantee they wouldn't have an outage, which that's an act of a deep state trying to make money off people, which is pretty freaking wrong. Number two, what if an energy weapon struck down a lot of these places? Think about what happened in California with them fires. It wouldn't surprise me if they use a direct energy weapon to shoot at these transformers to cause that kind of an outage. Again, that's deep state. And then there's the possibility of an alien agenda. Why would aliens knock out these transformers if that's the case? See, I am an advocate of the idea that we are not alone in the universe. I'm not saying it may have happened that way, but never say never. Down the road, I'm going to do a video about how the Hollywood industry has been conditioning us for many years to accept the agenda that we are not alone in this universe, ladies and gentlemen. But that's down the road. But one thing you need to understand, though, is the idea that something mysterious happened in several cities across this country. And hold on, I got one more piece to give you. Now, there were other random outages, including in western Washington State, parts of Missouri, Idaho, and Arizona. Idaho, the internet problems caused temporary shutdown of phone services at the Idaho Department of Corrections. Some ATM machines were working in Idaho and Montana. At the Northern Colorado Medical Center in Greenlee, Colorado, doctors and nurses for a time had difficulty accessing patient records. While lotto officials said they would postpone the winning state lottery numbers and winnings for the day after the outage was over. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on a second. See, even in my home state, there were even some problems. High volume number of outages right there. So, even in my own backyard, I knew something wasn't right. I'm here to tell you, there's something not right with Centurylink. People, you need to do your research about Centurylink. Another company that is in charge of our public sector operations, i.e. our 911 dispatch over the cell phone. That needs to be rectified right here, right now. Folks, please share the video. As far as the extraterrestrial thing, at a bare minimum, I don't expect you to buy it, but please at least have an open mind. I'm just putting that out there because I had people coming to me saying, hey, were there extraterrestrials with these power outages? Only time will tell. Y'all take care.